There's something I've realized, and it actually hurts. Like when I was still figuring myself out, like when I was still figuring my style, my voice, my purpose out, it didn't hurt then. I felt it was fine. I felt it was fine because I felt that people didn't know what I was about and people didn't know what I was about. Yes, I mean, yes, we have a lot of people with talent, but we do not have a lot of people trying to air their voice out, like say something I want people to listen. The truth is that nobody actually really cares about your art. Nobody cares, and it hurts. And I will explain. Don't worry. I will like take this thing further. I will explain further. Nobody cares. Like nobody cares about the amount of time you've put into this work. Nobody cares about what you're trying to say until they care. You know, I put in a lot of work into my stuff. And when I mean a lot of work, I don't mean just the actual painting process. I mean a lot of research, a lot of symbolism. And I'm so like, it has to be this. If it's in this, it's in this. Because any changes, any little change in the elements, the symbolism in my work might change your overall message. I know that, but people don't know that. So it's a lot of work from research to choice of symbols to choice of colors, right? Sometimes even to the choice of size. That's how meticulous I am. That's how much attention I pay to detail. So I'll go through all these things. I'll go through all these things. I'll go through this actual, this actual work in my heart, this actual work in my mind. And I'm like, when I'm done, I show this piece to a couple of friends. I show like my finished artwork to a couple of friends, and they give me one of the worst replies I hate when I show someone my work. The worst reply you can give me when I show you my work is to say, "Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, this is wonderful." You know, I don't like the word beautiful because at the end of the day, I created this piece to drive a discourse. This is fire, cool, or whatever. I see my art as the gasoline, the fuel that is going to ignite that spark to become a bigger fire, right? My art is supposed to drive a discourse. It's supposed to create some form of awakening within you. It's supposed to probably sometimes it's supposed to, amplify cultures. It's supposed to throw some light on the oppressed and a whole lot of things. It's supposed to make you see how the environment is suffering in some kind of way. These are the kind of discourse that my art is. These are the kind of discourse that I am trying to push with my art. These are the kind of discourse that I'm trying to push with my art. So it hurts. It annoys me. It pisses me off, to be honest. It's not just hurt. It pisses me off when I show someone my work and the person is like, "Oh, that is beautiful." I expect a different response, right? I expect just a few people like get to, you know, nail it on the head when I show them my work, and I appreciate the few people. And I noticed why it's always this way. I used to beat myself up and beat people up too. I mean, when I mean beat people up, I don't mean literally. Like, I used to give them some kind of, I used to have some kind of silly replies to them when they say my art is beautiful. Because I'll be like, "That's not why I showed you my work. Critique this shit." I used to be like that. All right. So, after much thinking and the whole, after much analysis, I found out that probably your art is in the wrong places or it has not been found by the right audience. So when I say nobody cares until you care, your art on social media, yeah, might hit a couple of people that just want to doom scroll, might hit a couple of people that just want to, and I hate a couple of people that just want to, what's the word now? I hate a couple of people that just want to, while away time. Probably someone is at the train station, someone is at the bus station, you're waiting for your bus. You just want to doom scroll to like while away time. That's not the audience you're looking for. Meanwhile, sometimes you can find that audience. You can find your right audience in that on social media. I'm not trying to dispute that fact. I'm not trying to like make it so absolute and say everybody on social media is doom scrolling, right? But the majority of the people your art is going to hit on social media, right? Sometimes out there for the aesthetics and to while away time, to doom scroll and all that. If someone on social media these days says your art is beautiful, I would say thank you, even if there's no further discourse. Just for instance, put that artwork now that you put on social media, let's say it's in the gallery, right? Now there is a different audience, an intentional audience. And your art on social media, most times people will not read the caption, so there's no artist statement to support your message. It's just the piece as bare as it is. It only takes someone that follows your work to understand what you're trying to say most times. It only takes someone that follows your work to understand your symbolism. So let's say your art is in the gallery and you have a gallery audience. They have nothing else disturbing them. They are not scrolling nowhere. There is your artist statement on the wall. There is time for them to immerse themselves in your work. That's an intentional audience. That's someone who wants to care. So that's when I made that's why I made that statement saying nobody cares about your art until they care. The gallery audience is an audience of people that care. So in other words, if you're getting 1 like, 2 likes, no shares, no comments, whatever, when you share your work on social media, it's fine. Keep going, brother. As long as you have a message that you're trying to push, as long as you have a spark that you're trying to ignite, as long as you have a fire you're trying to make the world see, right? Your audience is going to find you in the right places. Just keep going. And also that you just have to find yourself in the right rooms. You have to be around the right crowd. And talking about being around the right crowd, I am happy I started this channel. I'm not going to lie. I'm happy. I made a couple of friends this period that I never thought I'll be able to make. I mean, art friends, you guys, I love you. Because I made a couple of friends this period I never thought I'd be able to make. And if you're one of those people who love art, make art, consume art in any way, movies, books, paintings, music, yeah, this is the place for you. This is like literally the place for you. So I barely do this, but please hit the subscribe button because there's more than this discourse that's going to come on this channel. And I don't think I really introduced myself personally because the channel name says Risha the brand, because there are bigger things that I plan with this platform. My name is Bright Isenyo, and I'm a multidisciplinary artist. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Peace, and until we see again. Bye.